The world of F-Zero is vast and filled with a lot of color, but most players won't see it because of the high-speed racing action. Unsurprisingly, a lot of how people characterize characters like Captain Falcon comes from other media like Super Smash Bros., which players can actually take control of, thereby making it easier for players to see how Captain Falcon is. But that's different from the source material, let alone from the anime. While some of the F-Zero games do a good job of bringing characters to life, there are quite a few other characters who have not been given the same treatment, such as characters from Maximum Velocity. And as you know, with the exception of F-Zero 99, a large amount of the F-Zero series lacks new official art. We're still stuck with the same art we've had up until all this time from 20 years ago. But maybe other games can be of service. Games that feature creation options, a creation suite, if you will. When it comes to bringing F-Zero characters to life, especially those who aren't Captain Falcon, it can be very helpful to be able to recreate them in other games. Now, depending on which game you choose for this endeavor, you're going to have your options limited, but for the most part, it should be possible to make them resemble them to a point. Some, like Michael Chain, are going to prove way easier than others because his outfit is very easy to recreate in a wide variety of games. Whereas others, such as Captain Falcon, or even Jodie Summer herself, they're going to pose a little bit of a challenge. If you do this through the 2K sports games, especially the WWE 2K games for example, there are some things you have to be aware of. The creation suite is pretty powerful, but if you really want to get them looking as close as you can, you will need the online uploader. And considering that it's an online uploader, you need to be pretty active, because the servers for the games typically don't last a long time. And without them, it's very hard to recreate their attires as they would appear in some of the F-Zero media. In fact, face textures could be important too. A game like Champions Online, from way back in the day, has a much more powerful creation system, but it is an MMO, and also, some parts may need to be unlocked depending on which attire you're going for with an F-Zero pilot. Now you could hit a roadblock with some characters such as Octoman, because a lot of creation suites don't allow for players to give certain characters extra limbs. Or with Biorex, it could be hard to find a headpiece and a tail suitable enough to resemble the dinosaur from the games. Now, does this completely solve character representation problems? Well, not completely, but it does give you a chance to connect with them a lot easier than you would from the regular F-Zero games. Because it is kind of hard to connect to a character when you don't see them as often as you would their F-Zero machine. If you think you can handle it, you should try recreating one of the characters in a game that features an extensive creation suite. It could be a fantastic new way to bring that character to life. It's not perfect, but it beats not having them in a playable format like Captain Falcon and Super Smash Bros.
F-Zero TV. F-Zero TV, who has brought you heated race after heated race, will now present an interview with the champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something. What do you do when you're not racing?
Chase prize money. I'm a bounty hunter.
I see. Thank you for the interview. And that's all for adrenaline-driven F-Zero TV. That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix.